Morning, my lovely friends at FoodTube have asked me to put together a clip that's purely Australiana. And here's a bit of Australia I bet you didn't know existed. Snow, and I'm gonna make souvlaki's. Giving me a hand today is a good friend of mine, Monsieur Andre Delane, aka Mr. Kitchen. First step, marinating the lamb. I'm using lamb loin here, which is really beautiful and tender. I've got 1 kilo and I've cut this into thin strips so it'll cook really quickly. To make up the marinade, we're gonna use a teaspoon of cumin, and I've got some beautiful oregano here, which is actually on the stem, and you can just kind of grab that and break it right over the meat. I'm gonna put the juice of half a lemon into here, and we'll also put a really generous amount of salt and pepper into here as well. Ideally, you let this meat marinate up for at least an hour. It's even better to let it marinate overnight. To go with the souva, I'm going to do a roast garlic and Dijon mustard aioli. It's really easy to make. You just need a couple of ingredients, and the first thing we'll need to do is roast garlic. I've done that by putting the garlic in foil and cooking it straight over the barbecue for about 10-15 minutes. You can do this in a food processor, but I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way with a fork. Just kind of really mash it into the base of the bowl. It's pretty important at this stage to get it pretty much as pasty as you can. Once you've mashed all that up, we can go in with 1 egg yolk. Give this a nice kind of mix around with a whisk. A teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Whisk all this together. Drizzle in the olive oil really slowly so it emulsifies. I'm going to put the juice of the other half of the lemon straight into there. And this is really thick at the moment, so this will kind of help, I guess, fluid it out more or make it more the consistency we're after. And if you find your aioli is actually still too thick, you can always put a tiny bit of warm water into there and just whisk it through. Just a little bit at a time. Right, final ingredient, salt and pepper. Andre, you want to do the honors? Look at this wrist action. Oh, beautiful. That's the consistency I'm after. So once you have this, we can look at skewering the meat. To skewer up the meat, we're going to be using one of these miniature swords. Or what do you call this?
It's a sheesh.
They use these in Turkey, right?
Yes.
If you don't have a sheesh, you can always use a wooden skewer or a rosemary stalk. When you're using really fine strips of meat like this, it's really good to kind of double skewer it. So put one end through and then kind of wrap it through and then skewer the other end as well, just so it's got a really good grip on the sheesh. Once you've done the meat, we'll need some sliced onion and some picked flat leaf parsley. There's one more ingredient that you will need, and it often gets left out. Hot chips. I've got some Greek pita bread here, which we'll use for the souvlakis, and I've just kind of put them on the barbecue just for about 10-15 seconds either side, just to warm them up. We're ready to rock, so meat goes on. Because it's cut so finely, it's just going to take like 1.5 minutes to cook on each side. To put these together, I'm going to grab a nice spoon of aioli and just kind of smear it over one side of each souva bread. We'll take a little bit of the onion in there. We can grab some parsley. I'm going to put some of these hot chips. This is done and it's beautiful, so you can just kind of take it straight off and put a couple of pieces on there. Souvlakis are up! Here you go, buddy. That's for you, darling. I cooked up these souvas for these lovely people at Ski Patrol at Mount Buller. Wherever you are in the world, enjoy your souva. Ah!